Emily Gilmore is a character that we get to know quite well on the show, but there is one thing that we never really learn about: her past. I think that in order to truly understand someone, it is important to understand where they came from. I read one fun theory online saying that perhaps Emily's parents were anti-establishment people and that she actually rebelled against her parents by choosing to become a corporate wife. This theory would suggest that Emily also has a rebellious streak, which is where Lorelai gets her rebellion from. This got me thinking, what do we really know about Emily's past? So, using highly advanced deductive skills, complex mathematics, and a thorough analysis of Emily's scenes, I have unearthed Emily's past. Here's my theory. Emily's parents came from the working class. Her mom was an immigrant from Eastern Europe, likely Russia, who immigrated in 1940, right before the ravages of World War II. Emily was born in 1942, likely in New York, and she actually grew up in the working class. Emily always dreamed of being wealthy and not having to struggle like her parents. She fantasized about living in a fancy home and catering to her husband and family. In her mind, she internalized the myth that she was destined for this future. Her parents had a business and actually started to become successful, so that by the time that she was a teenager, her parents finally had the money that she dreamed of. Emily's parents wanted her to work because they were proud of what they had accomplished, but Emily rebelled, and her mind was set on becoming part of America's old money society. Her sister, Hope, took the opposite approach and decided to work and move to France. Emily, on the other hand, worked really hard to get into college because she knew that in college, she would be able to find a successful man to marry. Emily came of age in America in the 1950s and 1960s during the height of the Cold War. In order to be accepted into Connecticut's old money community, Emily felt like she had to disguise her working class background and her heritage in order to fit in. Trix found out that Emily comes from a working class background. This is why Trix doesn't like her, because she knows that Emily is being deceptive. Trix is all about status, but she also appreciates someone who works hard. But she would never accept her son marrying someone with a working class background who also chooses to become a corporate wife. Even though Trix never revealed the truth to Richard, she tried to convince Richard not to marry Emily because she knew that Emily was hiding information from Richard. When Emily visits the Independence Inn and she sees the shed that Lorelai grew up in, she is upset not only because her daughter grew up in this environment, but also because she gets flashbacks of her own childhood. In many ways, Emily resents Lorelai for running away because Emily feels like she worked really hard to give Lorelai the childhood that she never had. She pushed Lorelai extra hard to be a lady of high society because Emily so desperately wanted her daughter to be part of the life that Emily built for her. Since Emily has been disguising her past for a long time, she feels like she's gone too far in her ruse and she can never reveal it to anybody. Emily actually goes out of her way to hide her past. She joins the Daughters of the American Revolution so that people would believe that she's always been part of this old money society. When Emily hosts a Russian dancer at her house, she purposefully mispronounces his name so that no one raises an eyebrow.
This is Mikhail. Mikhail, my daughter, Lorelai.
While Emily no longer feels a connection to the working class, she does still feel a connection to her heritage, which we see slip out on occasion.
Yours was going to be a Russian winter theme. The Romanovs.
Before the firing squad, I assume?
Maybe we'll do one of those vodka bars. Caviar, a Russian theme. I love that it's okay to be Russian again.
So, does this theory have holes? Why, yes, it does, because I just made it up. I've been a little bit nervous about talking about the bigger characters because I just don't feel like I'm quite there yet with my narration and with my editing, because I really do want to give these characters justice, and I feel like if I do it now, it'll just be a jumbled mess. But sometimes you have to let go of perfection, and I recognize that, and sometimes it's possible that I might never reach it. I will perhaps do more polls to see what kind of characters people want, and hopefully I'll be able to make videos that people enjoy. I have a few more unhinged theories, so if people are into that, let me know. If they're too weird, let me know as well. I have a few normal ideas. So either way, thank you again so much for watching. I appreciate everybody.